Welcome to OMAT. I'm glad you're here. Let's get flexible. I've been working on my flexibility, both mental and physical. And for my mental flexibility, I start thinking about life and project all as an experiment. And when scientists work on experiments, they have to let go of what they think their predictions are. The results may vary, right? So if I think of life and my projects as experiments, I could be a little bit more flexible and not think of the results. But how do I stay there? I practice these things. I practice focusing on where I put my time instead of focusing on results. So that means that I don't say to myself, I'm going to sit here until I get this done. I more say things like, I'm going to sit here for an hour and work on this. This way, I'm not expecting exactly certain results. I'm allowed to be flexible. Now, as I remember results may vary. I keep that in mind so that I don't keep thinking about the future. I focus on just what's happening right now. And of course, our friend discomfort. Got to get uncomfortable with some stuff. I have to learn new technology sometimes, ask for help, take a break. All of these things could feel a little icky. Practice makes normal. So all these projects, life in general, they could be very exciting or very overwhelming. If we stay in a little bit of flexibility, we could move a little more with the flow and maybe be less likely to quit early. As for the physical flexibility, all praise yoga. I actually think I'm more flexible than I was in high school. Let's get into it. Let's get present. So, in order to stay in flow, in order to stay flexible, we have to acknowledge this is what's happening right now. I'm not going to think about the future and what I'm doing after. I'm not going to focus on what I was doing before or what I said yesterday. I am in this space right now. What helps you get in that space? Maybe a quick pause, a deep breath, a grunt, whatever it is. We're going to experiment with all of that stuff 1 minute at a time, starting with our gratitude. How does gratitude keep us flexible? For me, it continues to allow me, hey, don't only focus on all the bad stuff. You're going to be right. There's plenty of bad stuff to focus on. To stay flexible, good stuff is out there too. Let's see what we can come up with to notice that's already there, what kind of gratitude we can have. Let's see what we find right now. Let's wrap for now. Whether we found a large amount of gratitude or just one piece of it, doesn't matter. Have some water. Let's keep going. Let's stay flexible. We don't stay on a project or a task that it's time to move away from. Let's practice that. Let's go into our second exercise of meditation. In 1 minute, we can change our minds, allowing that flexibility. We have control, again, over what we focus on. Here's the practice of that control. Practice. Decide what you're going to be thinking about, following your breath, relaxing, being still. And then as you lose that focus, bring it back. That is the exercise. Let's sit in any comfortable position, eyes opened or closed. As we come back, let's find our water. And if we could not find that focus, if we kept kind of drifting away, then we sat there and practiced coming back, coming back. That's it. Let's keep going. Let's write it out. If you're angry about how those first two exercises went, here's a place to drop it down. If you have a whole bunch of mental gymnastics going on up there, write it down. See what happens when you write one or more words by writing one or more words right now. Let's wrap for now. Even if we can't find an ending is really tough. Don't worry about it. We're not trying to do anything but write. So we're done. Let's have some water. And let's move on. Here comes the physical stretch, the physical flexibility. And the way I got more physically flexible is not because I pushed during yoga. I took on the challenge, but it didn't hurt. It was challenging. So please move slowly. When your body says don't keep going in that direction, don't. Let's stretch. Inhale the arms up. Look up, reach up. Even looking up is already affecting the back, the neck. And exhale, fold forward. And we're hanging over our feet. Feel the stretch in the back. Your knees are bent. The stretch is in the back here. Feel your arms loose, hanging over your feet. When you're ready, halfway lift with a flat back that is parallel to the ground. Look up, straighten your knees. Let's get into a high plank. Plant your palms down, step your feet back, and then lower slowly all the way down. Then push your palms. Your chest comes up, head comes up, look up, and point your feet. Let's meet in down dog, upside down V. And as your heels get close to the ground, you could feel that stretch in the back of your leg. Walk your legs forward towards your hands and start slowly rolling up. It takes a lot of strength to move slowly, meeting your palms above the head, feeling the stretch there, and then exhaling it to the center of the chest. Hold it there, or pick another pose if that's what your body is telling you to do. Have some water. I'm pretty sure our body is always telling us to have some water. It's always a good time for it. Let's go into our plank. We're going to find our strength, possibly first mentally. Mentally, I need to be willing to get into this very challenging plank pose. So let's experiment. Get willing. How do you do that? Conjure up the energy. Let's go in 3, 2, 1. Get up in plank pose. Now we are always experimenting. So take the time in this minute to experiment with your mind. That's 10 seconds in. We can check in on ourselves. How do I feel? I feel challenged. I feel like this is a lot. Maybe. That's 20 seconds. But what can you actually change your mind about, even in this pose? Maybe you could say, hey, I can do another second. For 30 seconds, I can keep telling myself that. I can keep conjuring up the strength 1 second at a time with the mental energy that I keep going for 20 seconds. Making sure that I'm breathing. Maybe I'm grunting. It doesn't matter. For 10 seconds, I am experimenting in finding ways of how to stay in this plank pose. For 3, 2, 1, and you're done for now. Come down off your plank. Maybe stretch your way back. How do you know what stretch to do? Move slowly into the next position of standing or sitting. Have some water. And let's take our stretch. Inhale the arms up. Reach back. Pat yourself on the back, because who does a plank? You do. Let's keep going. Let's break some procrastination. A lot of times we promise ourselves that we would do that thing, but when we get to it, it's overwhelming or it's too small to start. It doesn't matter. Let's keep a promise to ourselves right now. Did you promise you would take a vitamin, wipe the counter down, do one small thing as an experiment right now? Let's wrap the task for now. Find the water. Find a way to move along into, and what if you didn't do exactly the task that you wanted to do? You ended up just going to the bathroom. Great. It's not good to hold it in. Whatever you did, let's move. Let's go into our connection minute. Maybe let someone know that you're having a hard time starting or stopping something, or just say, hello, I'm thinking about you. You came to my mind this morning. How are you? Let's see in which way we can connect by experimenting now. Let's wrap for now. Find water. Find a way to move into this next exercise. We're going to start right away. So pick something. Start moving. We're going in 3, 2, 1. Walk around, knees high if you want, jumping jacks, run around, dance it out, whatever you want to do. But let's move. We're in for 10 seconds. It's not too late to start. We're going to keep our promises to ourselves today. If I said I was going to move for a few seconds, that's 20 seconds in, then let me try doing it. Take the experiment on. Don't just wait around. You have 30 seconds. And for those who did start right at the top, this might be getting more challenging. How do you meet your challenge? Experiment how you talk to yourself for the next 20 seconds. Making sure that you're breathing. See if talking to yourself with energy helps for the last 10 seconds. How do you finish as strong as your body and mind will allow? Get that energy continuing for 3, 2, 1, and you're done. Those are the OMAT exercises. Thank you for taking OMAT today.